I welcome you all for the session. Next. Without data, you are just another person without an opinion, as said by W. Edwards Deming. Okay. Today we are here. Our lives, our professional life, our personal life is entirely full of data. So I welcome you all for the session. And I'm Dr. Florence Nova Christian. A brief introduction about myself. I have completed my BSc Computer Science, MSc Mathematics, and I am PhD in Mathematics. I have presented various research papers I've written and published the same. Okay, thank you. Next slide, please. A small brief introduction about Regenesis Group. Regenesis Business School, it is a top ranked international business school and it was founded in 1998. And it has various schools and myself, I belong to School of Technology. And School of Technology has various courses as bachelor's in computer science. We have post-graduation diploma in data science program, and there are many more upcoming programs in School of Technology. We have Digital Regenesis also, which provides the introductory courses, advanced courses like data science, data analysis, cybersecurity, and so on. Next slide, please. Yes. So today's session outcome, after once we complete the session, you will understand the importance of data in today's marketing. You will be able to understand what are the statistical concepts which are used to analyze the customer behavior. You will be able to know what are the essential tools to analyze the same. You will be able to explore, we will be doing a case study, a small case study, and we will come to know what are the values of the raw data. Next, please. So the agenda for today is introduction to data-driven marketing, why data matters, the evolution of marketing. We will be seeing few key statistical techniques for customer insight tools in action, real-world case study. Let us begin with the first one, introduction to data-driven marketing. How well do you know your customer really? When we say marketing, it is very, very important for us to know who are our customers and what are the needs and necessities of our customer. Next slide, please. So let us understand first what is data-driven marketing. It is the method of the marketers to get the insights so that they can do an in-depth data research. And why do we need this data-driven marketing? Next slide, please. This data-driven marketing will give us a better understanding of customers. As the marketers look into the insights of the customer, it becomes easy for them to personalize the marketing schemes and they can improve the campaign results. And through this, a smarter decisions can be taken by the company, which saves not only time but money also. And next slide. And let us now see why data matters. We have seen there are a lot of evolutions in the field of marketing. And in this evolution, now the value of a customer insights has become very, very important as we evolve, as the evolution of marketing is there from the traditional method to the modern method, that is the digital marketing. Next slide, please. So, evolution of marketing, when we see the main thing, the customer insights are very, very valuable. Okay, as a customer, even we, our behavior towards the product when we are purchasing, when we are seeing it digitally and purchasing, how effective it is, how our behavior changes. Okay, the preferences, the needs All these play a very important role in marketing. And the insights, the behavior of the customer helps the business to create more targeted and personalized marketing campaigns. So, evolution of marketing, first traditional. Let us see few points. What was traditional and what is the digital? Next slide, please. The earlier medium for traditional marketing was TV, radio, newspaper, billboards, and so on. But now you can see the digital marketing, social media, websites, emails, search engines. There are so many. And earlier it was only we could be able to reach only locally. But now globally through digital marketing, the data we can collect it from globally. Okay. And the cost, it was expensive in traditional, but now in this modern digital marketing, it is cost effective. Okay. So these are the few points which are being added here. Then next slide, please. So here, the source of customer data. We nowadays, when we talk about digital platform, so there are many sources through which the data is available. Okay. The number of visitors who are visiting the website, that data is also stored somewhere. Social media interactions, when you interact through social media, through Facebook, through LinkedIn, through Twitter. Okay. So here also through all these interactions, the data is being collected. Okay. And when you are giving your customer information whenever you are purchasing, then also that data is also recorded. So what happens here is the source of the customer data can be collected from many applications, even your mobile applications. When you are visiting some website, you add you act we have supposed to accept the cookies. So as you accept, our data is with them. Okay, so there are many sources of customer data. Few of them are the rise of virtual events, artificial intelligence and analytics, podcast marketing, influencer marketing, and more video content marketing. Okay, so through all this, the customers' data can be collected. A company can collect the customers' data. Next slide, please. Why data matters? Why the data is important? Until and unless we know who are our customers, what exactly they need, our business will stay very dull. Okay. In order to increase our business, it is very, very important nowadays that the customer insights are very, very important, and the data through them, it helps us to understand what exactly they need and how can I approach my customer so that we can take the better decisions by optimizing campaigns. Not only that, but we can also personalize the messages and improve the ROI. Next slide, please. Now we have seen why and how the data is important in our lives. Okay, especially with respect to marketing. Now, the main statistical tools and techniques, okay, for the customer insights. Now, after once you collect the data, now we have seen how to collect the information. It is through various digital platforms through which the data can be collected. Now, which tools are to be used for which goals? This becomes a question mark. So there are many statistical tools and statistical techniques. First, we will understand few of the statistical techniques for the data analysis, and then we will be seeing few of the statistical tools. Okay, next slide, please. So let us understand the statistical data analysis tools and techniques. First, let us understand the different types of techniques. We have descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, correlation, regression analysis, and clustering. So these are the main statistical techniques which are used in order to analyze the data. Under descriptive statistics, we have measures of central tendency, which will give you the average, and we can measure the variability. Then in correlation and regression analysis, we can relate to variables, and regression, we can form a regression life and predict what we need in future. Okay. Then we have clustering. Clustering is grouping the same type of customers and then doing the analysis. Then inferential statistics deals with all types of testing. Let us understand these four techniques with a help of an small examples. Next slide, please. So the first one, descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics helps you to understand the customer behavior, okay, and distribution pattern. If you want to know the customer's behavior towards the purchase, what is the variations with respect to age? So, with respect to age, if you want to know the variation, this can be found out by making use of measures of variability, that is, measures of dispersion. And if you want to know how frequent a person is visiting the website or how frequent a person is purchasing the product, okay, then we make use of measures of central tendency. On an average, what is the purchase value? So, if you want to know all these things, we make use of descriptive statistics. And the visualization, when you want to know under descriptive statistics, we can make use of bar charts, histograms, box plots, heat maps. Okay, these are the few of the data visualization. With respect to data, when you visualize it, it becomes easy for us to understand where the necessity changes or where the improvement is needed, and we can go ahead. Coming to inferential statistics, this inferential statistics, it tests the assumptions which we make. That is, a sample is tested and then we conclude about the population by making use of a process which is called as hypothesis testing. Okay, say for example, for marketing, a new ad is been introduced. Now, did this new ad had any effect on the customer? If we want to know this, then comes the inferential statistics. Okay, so inferential statistics, whenever you want to do the testing, then you can make use of inferential statistics. Then next is the predictive modeling. If you want to predict, okay, then we make use of regression or decision trees. Okay, which customers are likely to churn, enabling proactive and retention efforts. I want to retain the customer. Okay, maybe there are 10 customers which we are having. And say, suppose if I have a doubt that 5 of the customers are likely to churn, then we need to think about how I can retain the customers. So, predictive modeling, regression, and decision trees helps us to take up a model. There are many methods here. So in that, we can take up a model and select who are that customers and what are we supposed to do further, making use of regression. Next slide, please. Then we also have correlation. When I say correlation, we want to know the relationship between two variables. As I earlier said, the age and the product. Is there any uh, is there any correlation between the choice of the product with respect to the age? So, whenever we are want to know the relationship between two variables, we make use of correlation. and customer segmentation with clustering. This is a group of customers when we take up all together, same type of behavior, the customers, when we group them, then we can make use of clustering technique. There are different models, but the main model is k-means. Okay, so the main technique which is used for clustering is k-means, and there are other hierarchical clustering also. Suppose if you want to send a personalized email campaigns based on shopping habits, then you need to first recognize, or you need to first check who are the group of customers who are interested into that shopping, that product. Then we are supposed to personalizedly send the email. So this clustering can be done by making use of k-means. So these are the few statistical techniques which are used in order to interpret your data. And once your data is interpreted, then we can take the decisions based upon the analysis which we got. Not only this, nowadays it is not a pen and paper work through which we do the data analysis, because there is a big data. We are dealing with a very big data where cleaning and everything takes place. Okay, so that is the reason there are many statistical tools which have come up now, through which you can do the data analysis very efficiently and effectively. Okay, and there are not only the tools will give you the analysis part, but they prepare the report also and they provide it to you. Let us look into few of the tools which are in action. Next slide, please. Yes. Let us discuss few tools for data visualization and analysis. Next slide, please. So the basic tools which everybody has with us is Excel. Excel plays a very important role not only in preparing data analysis, but it also prepares the visualization. The data visualization, you can prepare bar chart, you can prepare pie chart, histogram. There are so many things which you can prepare, the different types of charts, graphs, diagrams, all these things through Excel. Okay, so this gives you not only data analysis, but this also gives you the data visualization. So Excel is one of the basic tool for data visualization and data analysis. The next is R programming and Python programming. R programming also you get it online. R programming, it is R programming, R compiler. You can just put it and check it. It is online, it is free. You can work through R programming. Also, it is user friendly, and within one step you get the data analysis. We make use of Python programming, Power BI. Now the latest, we are having Power BI, Google Analytics, and there are many CRM platforms. Okay, for marketing, Google Analytics plays a very, very important role. It gives the beautiful entire dashboard, and the dashboard is in front of you. I'll be showing you further how the Google Analytics dashboard looks like. But yes, it is not free. Google Analytics, that you have to, until and unless the company has it, then you can work with Google Analytics. But it is a wonderful tool. But yes, Excel is there, W is there. Okay, and Power BI also. It also gives a wonderful data visualization. So when you deal with the data visualization and analysis, you can make use of all these statistical tools. in order to create graphs, in order to prepare charts, diagrams, okay, and dashboard. Yes, dashboard is through the Google Analytics. Yes. So now we have seen the entire, the first one is we have seen what is DDM, that is data driven marketing. Then we have seen why do we need data driven marketing. Now we can apply all these tools only when you have data with you. If you do not have data with you, then we cannot, neither we can analyze it, neither we can visualize it. That data which you are collecting should be, you have to see that that is a proper data, because this is something related to your business. So data driven marketing, when you are planning, it is very, very important for you from where the data is been collected from. If it is collected from digital platform, then also you have to be very sure that how relevant, or how you can rely on the data. Okay, so let's just have a look into a small case study. Next slide, please. Okay, a real world to strategy. Next slide, please. Now, the value of transforming raw data into actionable insights. We have seen there are so many things, even nowadays, if you see in YouTube also. Okay, we see there are so many ads, there are surveys which pops up. Okay, so through all these are the ways in which the companies collect the data. Now, here I have taken up only 3 examples, which are real life examples. Amazon, whenever it recommends the product based on whatever you have purchased earlier. Okay, and either it is any platform, Amazon, Flipkart, okay, whatever you are using. The way in which you are using it, whatever are the past purchases, if it is a home appliances which you are purchasing. So whenever you open Amazon, it will show you the what all has come up new under home appliances. If it is decorative items, it will show you all the new upcoming decorating items. If it is clothing, then it will show all the new clothing according to your choice. Okay, so all that is nothing but it is the technique of the marketing. So Amazon recommends all the products based on your past purchases. Similarly, Netflix, okay, the movies which you have watched earlier, the same type of movies it shows. Okay, this is nothing but this is the analyzing part, analysis which it does and it shows in front of you. Spotify, whatever the music which you are listening, so it understands your listening patterns, and then it plays in front of you all the upcoming music which joins to your listening patterns, which matches your listening patterns. Okay, so this is so important. Even what you are listening, what you are watching, what you are just purchasing, all this are being recorded and kept and stored somewhere. Okay, so this is the raw data. So it is so important, the raw data for marketing, so that all these companies have made use of the data in their business, and you know now where they stand. Yes, next slide, please. The data tells a very beautiful story. So I would like to tell you a small case study as a data storytelling. Okay. So the first thing is a company wants to retain high value customers using data insights. The main objective is retaining customers who are at risk of leaving but have high potential for future purchase. Person may think, how is it possible? How can I retain a customer? Okay. So but the company says, no, you have to retain the customer. So this is a task. So this task can be as a marketing person, okay, through the customer insights, how we can do this, how we can fulfill our objective. Let us understand step by step. So the first step here is we need to collect the data. That is, we need to identify who are the customers. Okay. So first step is data collection. Once you collect the data, that is transaction data is gathered. Okay, that is through website activity. Now we have seen so many digital platforms. So wherever the transaction data is there, all that transaction data is being gathered. Okay, so whenever you are applying, there is one more analysis called as RFM analysis. This is recency frequency monitoring model. Okay, so this is the method, RFM method, where whatever the transactions which you do, whatever the transactions which you do, that is being collected. The data is being collected. Now, once you collect the data here, once you collect the information, after this, the second step, next slide, please. Second step is we do the analysis of data. Now, recency is how recently the user interacted with the website. This is what the R value it finds. Then frequency is how frequently the user interacted, how recently he interacted, how frequently he interacted, how much do they spend. These are the three main important points, because a company wants to understand how much do they spend, so that I can decide that if that customer, the person who is spending more, wants to leave, then how are we supposed to retain? That becomes a very important for the company to retain that type of customer. Okay, so RFM helps analysis, it helps to identify the customer who have made few recent purchase, frequent purchase, and monitor. Okay, now predictive analysis or analytics is applied to assess who are at the churn risk. So utilizing the model of regression or the decision tree, these customers are being found out. So now we know the target audience selection. Now few of the customers are being selected out of this. Okay, next slide please. Now based upon this data analysis, we come to know who are the list of customers. Now, once we know who are the list of customers, then we have to think how to retain this customer. So, to retaining that group of customer target audience, now we need to think about the retention campaign. Now, in this case study, see wonderfully, they have personalized an email campaign, and that email campaign was launched. It offered a special discount rate. So to that churn customers, okay? So loyalty reward. So if so this is the loyalty reward, this is a discount, okay? And not only the email campaigns, but the tailored a message. Messages are being created. Okay, based on the previous purchases, what are the other recommendations? So wonderful. This is a personalized and engagement, which was adopted by that company, because whenever a person sees discount, okay, something makes us to stop there, right? Whenever we see loyalty reward, so it is usual as a customer, if from marketing, if I behave as a customer. Whenever I see loyalty reward, my first focus will go to reward and loyalty. So I want to get the reward and I want to be loyal. This is a thing a person, usually every individual has, right? So this company has taken up this and they have personalized an email campaign. And yes, after the campaign was launched, okay, after the campaign was launched, they made it, there are main three key metrics they have made, which is click through the rates, what are the rates, and what are the conversion rates. All these things, they track it, they measure it. And after measurement, they see the performance. So, are we supposed to retarget the customer, or is the customer interested not to leave? And after all these steps, wonderfully, we can see the result of that particular company. Next slide, please. This retention campaign significantly reduced the churn by targeting the right customers with the right offers, and engagement and conversion rates exceeded expectations. Okay, so this is so important, the data analysis. If only we had 10,000 customers with us, and if we want to detect, if you want to find, okay, and then how to find, until and unless you have statistical tools, it is very difficult for us to do it. Okay, so as I already told you that there are many statistical tools, this is an example of a different tool, RFM tool, okay, RFM model, sorry. So, but we have many tools if we want to know about a particular company, and normal, if you want to do the testing, okay, descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, correlation, regression, or data visualization. Okay, visually, the customer insights we take, we do a survey, we get um, the data from the customers, and through that we want to take a strategy, the marketing strategy. So in between the data and in between the building up of the strategy, the data analysis plays a very important role. And for data analysis, the statistical techniques, one should know which technique has to be used for what. So as we have discussed, for which goal, what is the technique which we are supposed to use. And yes, every technique has a different types of tools. Okay, so let me show you a few tools. The basic tool, and which is Excel. All of you know Excel. So a real life example, just next slide please. This is one more case study. We have month, advertising, spending, discount, customer visit, and sales revenue. Okay, for example, for this, I have already worked on this. So next slide, please. The data analysis for this is been done. This is the data using Excel. See here, this the first one is descriptive statistics. We can find mean, median, mode, standard deviation, all these things just by selecting the data analysis. Okay, the data analysis under Excel. On the Excel on the top, you have data. When you press the data and data analysis, and if when you select descriptive statistics, you get all these things. So this is very wonderful for your research work. Okay, not only this, but inferential statistics. You can see this. This is a t-test, paired two samples for means. Okay, and here we can see the next one. This is a correlation, and here we have regression. Okay, so this is the data analysis using Excel. The next slide, please. Excel not only provides the data analysis, but data visuals. See here how wonderfully we can see the visualization. There are many types of uh, charts, graphs which we can form. Seeing the visualization helps you to understand more than what you are writing up, than your reports. But visualization helps you to analyze it quickly. Okay, so this is data visualization using Excel. Next slide, please. Okay, we have another statistical tool which is W, and here this is using a W. So we can find out the data visualization can also be done through W. Next slide, please. This is next slide. I'm going to show you about the Google Analytics. Okay, this is a funnel diagram we have. This is are the different, this is the entire dashboard which you get. Okay, this is key performance indicator dashboard. So we can see entire performance of the company by the analysis of the data. Next slide, please. There is one more slide. This is also a dashboard along with the report. Yes. So see here, this is Google Analytics. This is how it looks. So under Google Analytics, you have many, but because it was not free, I have tried. Otherwise, I would have shown you a walkthrough of Google Analytics. But is very, it works very wonderfully, preparing the dashboard, the entire dashboard for the company, whatever the data which you have. Okay, so this is what we have done. So we have seen the main thing why data is important. The data earlier, it was traditional method, but nowadays it is a digital method. So data driven marketing is the techniques, the method of marketers who get the insights, right? So you should know from where you are getting the data. Digital platform helps you a lot to get the data. Once you get the data, you should know what is the technique, what is my goal. After setting up our goal, we have to check which is the proper statistical tool. So then we come to the, which is the statistical technique. Then we are supposed to apply the tool and do the data analysis. Next slide, please. Yes, a small summary about what we have learned. The role of data in modern marketing with customer insights. It empowers the marketers. Okay. So from you can track, you can measure, you can optimize the campaigns. Okay. So it is nothing but it is intuition to insight. The role of data is very, very, very important when you do the analysis. Because if your data is wrong, if there is an error in your data, then yes, your entire analysis will go wrong, which will create the wrong strategies for the company. And it will not give any benefit to the company. And we have seen different statistical techniques like descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, regression, and clustering. And the tools used for statistical techniques, there are Excel. Excel, I think everyone are having. So Excel can be used. You can try Excel. Okay, under data analysis, you can just try this. Then we have R, programming, Python, W, and Google Analytics. Yes, Google Analytics is a wonderful tool which gives you the entire dashboard. Okay, yes. Then we have, there are lots of benefits of a data driven approach. When you approach properly through this method, okay, through a process, then it increases your marketing efficiency. Okay. And you can, as we have seen, how they have personalized, right? So that can be done. And it definitely, you can focus not only on present, but you can focus on the future plan and future benefit, future profit of your company. Okay. And we have seen that there are platforms like Amazon, Netflix, Spotify. Okay. All this to know, to use customer behavior data. Okay. Business use dashboards and reporting tools for real time decision making. At the same time, I would like to tell you about the here when you are collecting the data, or when you are giving your inputs wherever it is, when you are accepting the cookies, or if you are giving a survey, or sometimes it pops up, there are many surveys which comes up. Okay. Do not give any fake information, because what happens to the companies, it becomes a problem. The strategies will go wrong because data is wrong. It is better if you do not give, if you do not, if you skip the survey, it is okay. But just in order to give the survey, if you are just clicking something, okay, usually we do that. Even many a times, if you want to use a website, when we enter into the website, it asks you few data. Then as you enter, your data has been collected with that particular company. Okay. Now your fake information will, there are small research work which we do, there it doesn't give any impact. But when it comes to big dealing, then the data is wrong, the strategies becomes wrong for the company, and the company loses not only its profit, but its reputation also. So that is the way the data is so important. We have to be very, very careful. Okay. So that's it from my side. And I would like to end up, next slide, please. I would like to end up by a small saying. Data visualization expert Stephen Few has said, numbers have an important story to tell. They rely on you to give them a clear and convincing voice. So, yes, as data driven marketing to customer insights through statistical techniques, statistical analysis, let us all, as a data driven marketer or whoever is interested into that, let us give a clear and convincing voice to the numbers and make the data story a successful story. That's it from my side. I wish you all a very best to apply the statistical techniques and the statistical tools. Okay, thank you so much. And yes, I would like to tell once again, I'm Florence from School of Technology. We have many programs. Uh, we have BSc Computer Science. We have post graduation diploma in data science, and there are many more upcoming courses in School of Technology under Regenesis Group. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Florence, and thank you
Thank
so much, everyone, for showing up. And for any queries related to the courses or any of the programs offered by Regenesis, please reach us out at the email mentioned in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Bye bye.